Can I get a drum roll, please? When you come to Detour Martini, you may think this is just a martini bar. So Mike came up with a way to bring the magic to your screen. With the forever daunting student loans, credit card, and auto debt, it seems like millennials simply just don't have enough money to spare. Hi, Ashley, that's right. This ship has been a part of our community for 40 years. I obviously couldn't leave here without trying a slice of cake or three. 85% of the families who stay here beat homelessness, and that moment is marked right here. So you're here, staying tomorrow, but what are you gonna do to get the people that are here today to come to your restaurant on Monday and Tuesday? For more information on how to get around or what to expect here this weekend, Buffalo has been dubbed New York State's city of worst drivers, according to an Allstate report. It's a question we often hear from out-of-towners.
Is it snowing in Buffalo?
And the answer is yes. But if you'd rather save some cash and create this experience on your own, here's an option for you. ABC Rental on Bailey Avenue. In Buffalo, Jeddy Johnson, 7 Eyewitness News. A Buffalo man is being dubbed a hero after saving a man in what could have been a tragic incident.
It was like a movie. If you've ever seen Mission Impossible or an action movie of any sort that has big crashes, like, it was huge.
Alex Gonzalez of Buffalo was describing what he saw around 8 Wednesday night while on his way to Tops on Harlem Road.
So yeah, could we turn around right there? That's basically where my car was, like right over here is where I pulled over, like right over there. So I get right out and I just was staring.
But a nurse who arrived before Gonzalez started calling out to him.
She was screaming, he fell out, he's right here, he's laying here.
Gonzalez says the victim told EMTs he had opened the driver door as the vehicle began to burst into flames.
He told them that he didn't want to burn alive, so he just fell out.
And the first person he called for?
His wife. That's it. That's all he said. He didn't say nothing but my wife, like.
Gonzalez says the victim fell into this pile of rocks.
He couldn't get up, so that's where I just came right here. He already had his hand out, I grabbed him.
And Gonzalez says while the driver was in a state of shock, he was still responsive.
He was talking to me.
With the help of other heroes, Gonzalez was able to move the driver onto the opposite side of the overpass. And they did so with just seconds to spare.
Within, 60 seconds, 2 minutes maybe, that's when it was all just completely on fire.
Gonzalez says August 26 is a day he will never forget.
Ever.
And the victim he helped save will always be fresh in his mind.
He was such a sweet, guy. He was half dead, and he kisses my hand in appreciation for a gesture that should be done.
Police say the driver was taken to ECMC for treatment. He is expected to be okay. In Buffalo, Jeddy Johnson, 7 Eyewitness News.
I was never a sneakerhead. I never took care of my sneakers. The play pair always had holes in them. And now I'm a really big sneakerhead. I have a closet full of sneakers now, boxes and all.
But he's more than just a sneakerhead. He's a custom sneaker designer, turning Vans like these into works of art like these.
The opportunity popped up, so I took it.
Emeka Wajed is a 16-year-old artist from Buffalo, and he's been customizing shoes for more than 2 years.
When I first started, this was intended to be a business. My parents would hook me up with their friends, and I would get orders through them, and they would support me.
And now, he's getting support from NFL players.
I've done Shaq Lawson. I have 2 more players in the works.
Emeka does all kinds of designs, and he draws on inspiration from his everyday life.
As I finished a saga or arc, I decided, this scene would look crazy on a sneaker. So I took a picture of it on my iPad, and then I ended up painting it on a pair of Air Force Ones that I ordered.
Detailed shoes like these can cost a customer $200 to $300, but a simple logo or color change will only cost you $30 to $80.
And that's how you flip $100 to $300.
Over the summer, Emeka was customizing 5 to 6 pairs of sneakers a month, and he says no customer was left unsatisfied.
They're very surprised. I usually am thanked with a paragraph and a half.
And every year, his mom says he just keeps getting better and better.
We just sit there with our mouths open saying, Geez, how'd you do this? You know, he can make things look like actual stickers on a sneaker. He can make things look like they've been hand stitched on a sneaker.
Emeka hopes to expand his network of clients from athletes to musical artists. But for right now, he's just seeing where his journey takes him. In Buffalo, Jeddy Johnson, 7 Eyewitness News. On Wednesday, Deidre Rutherford says she received this massive package outside her home in Grand Island. Inside were hundreds of smaller packages, all addressed to people in Canada.
This box was packed full. It's heavy. It's going to be expensive to ship it back.
Eager to open what she thought may be a gift from a family member, Rutherford rushed to open the package.
I opened it up and I initially thought all this packaging was packaging around whatever was stuck in the middle of this box. And I kept digging and no, there was nothing in there. It was just more of these packages.
When Rutherford realized this must have been a mistake, she tried to return the package to the post office, but she was denied.
I asked them, what should I do with all of these? And they said the box was addressed to you. You've opened it. It's yours.
So now she's stuck with hundreds of these little packages.
It's like I've been hired to do something.
Melanie McGovern of the Better Business Bureau is calling this a reshipping scam, where a company sends a package to you and asks you to send it out to other people.
A lot of times you're never going to get reimbursed for the money that you spend shipping. You don't know what's in those packages. There could be things that are illegal.
McGovern says these companies get your information when you apply to things like stay-at-home warehouse jobs, or even if you sign up for Secret Santa.
A lot of people fall for this scam, especially during the pandemic. We did see a little bit of an increase in this in the beginning of the year.
McGovern says if you receive a package that's been addressed to you, but you never ordered it, hold off on opening it right away.
Check that return address, look it up, see if it's a legitimate company or not. You don't want to end up on some weird mailing list like it sounds like she did in this situation. So keep track of that stuff.
Going forward, Rutherford says she's going to be extra careful when it comes to opening packages.
I would warn people to do the same thing. Look at the return address on the box before you open it to see if it looks like it's from a company that has a name and that it sounds like it's from someplace instead of just a random warehouse somewhere in New Jersey.
In Grand Island, Jeddy Johnson, 7 Eyewitness News.